Full house tonight.
Probably.
Oh, stranger.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I didn't get the name tag though. I figured you're still.
That's so funny because this application surprised me.
What's that?
The application surprised me. I had no idea.
I didn't know
Yes.
until I was looking at the applications today and it was there.
Yeah,
So.
I had no
Would you like to
idea.
meet?
And everybody's like, well, she needs to recuse. I said, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
It could be me.
Right.
No.
Oh.
Hello.
Thank you.
Well, let's see where it's going to be on the map.
Oh, let me see if I can do
We
this.
can throw it. You got it. Thanks.
It's not on my map, like it kind of words way down. There was no staked out to. Property.
Hey, there's Mr. Jeff.
Oh, he's not,
Should have been on there.
I don't need to,
I'll
oh,
show
I'll
you.
put his,
Yeah.
I'll put his sign away. I didn't realize, I thought it was coming.
Put it up there.
Yeah. Will that work?
Yeah.
I'm putting your sign,
Oh, you can't
you
see
can't
it.
see it. Bill,
Yes.
I was gonna put this like under your name. I
Pardon me?
was gonna put your name tag under your name, under your picture.
Turn your camera
Oh.
on, Bruce.
Oh, camera's not on. Turn
Oh,
your
that
camera
explains
on.
why we can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Zoom account, I'm the administrator for the Zoom account for the sale camp, so that's why I show up as SBJSA. I haven't been able to figure out how to change it, so.
No,
No,
I
it's
just,
on.
no, I just put, you can see it's moving around. Yeah,
It's on.
Bill's just messing with
there's always one.
you. Thanks for the catch, Bill. There for a while, I thought maybe I broke the camera.
It's very pretty here in Texas.
Oh, nice sunset.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking like, is it gonna be over here? What is,
Gotcha.
so this is the
That's the whole area.
whole. oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that was village land.
What part of Texas?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what, when I started going,
I know. I
did
was,
he own that?
I don't think
No.
he heard.
Yeah,
I wish I did. Well, yeah.
Mr. Kelly, what part of Texas are you in?
yeah. I was surprised that just kind of drove by that. I had no idea.
They know the speed of it.
I don't need it.
They don't.
Yeah.
I don't need it either.
I know, but like you said, it makes life easier.
It takes too long at this point.
but what are you gonna do, tear down your old one?
No, leave that one. The one I'm in now.
Your house?
No, they'll stay there. It's a whole separate property.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm going, I'm thinking that's his house.
Yeah, so this is our property right here.
Oh, okay,
And then this is a separate property and it horseshoes around, comes over.
cause I'm thinking,
Yeah. It's,
I'm
It's-
going,
it-
oh, wait a minute, where is this house?
It's
Because I'm
strange,
thinking
yeah.
that's your house.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's the empty.
wow, yeah, it's strange. Like a horseshoe, about like a horseshoe.
Yeah, it's actually three properties. The one where our house is,
Yeah,
the empty lot where we're building,
yeah.
and then where the liquor store is another property.
Oh, I thought the liquor store in my house were the same. What?
Well, that's good. We might have to mess with the subdivision.
Would be nice that way they pay one water bill instead of three.
Are you ready?
No.
but they're coming on live pretty soon.
Hey there, can you guys hear us?
Yes,
Hello,
hello?
yes,
We hear you through the computer.
You can't hear them though, very good.
I always see you.
Eric,
Keep going here, Jim has.
How's everyone doing?
She's just going next door.
Let you sit here, Mom.
No, I don't want to. I'll sit over here.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah. Can mute it.
see on camera. She's married since 2nd November. I just noticed today, and I'm like, she's the one she loves it off. Oh, so really, they all need to move home and crazy. She just. She hasn't got it figured out yet, but it's dark in there, and there's nothing there. It's just dark. She walks out, yeah, she stands, Your lights are nice. Oh, thanks, I maybe I'll get one. Maybe you will. You know? There's one of the nice spherical one, I think, but it's so crispy. Yeah, really not over gas. Yeah, we're walking around. Every day we do around, people, you can't finish her. Like 2,000. So she uses the lesson. How is it? How the cat was in school so well. I wish you explained it when you were living out, because I gave mine to I went to church. I went to church last weekend.
Okay, it's 7 o'clock. We'll go, we can get started now. First action is to establish a quorum, which we have. We have 4 members here, and Mr. Kedley, who advertised his location, is zooming in, so he participate and vote. We have announced the meeting in the Wayne Times, and it's been posted on the village website. Members, if you've had a chance to look at the minutes, if not, if you'll look at the minutes of our last meeting of November 20th, we're open to suggestions or amendments.
I move that we accept the minutes of the November 20th. As submitted.
Okay, is there a second?
Cadley seconds.
Okay. Bill?
I wasn't here, so.
Bill?
Yes.
Yes. I'll second Bruce.
Okay, thank you. Mr. McKee votes yes.
I was not here.
You were not here. Mr. Kelly, you were here,
Yes, and I vote to approve.
and I was here, so I vote yes also. Minutes are approved. We're gonna change the lineup just a little bit. We're gonna move the Hughes to first and then, do the Gilberts. I don't see it's on. So, Mr. Oh, there you are.
There's a,
If you
yeah,
don't mind, Rich, we're gonna go ahead and deal with the Hughes first. Is that okay with you? Okay, thank you. Mr. DePew, if you'll unmute yourself and,
Good evening.
Good evening. If you'll describe your project.
Yeah, my wife Kathy's here and myself, and of course we value the opinion of our adult children, and we're fortunate to have my youngest guy here today, Eric, and so we're interested in telling you what we're doing, and basically I think just a vanilla fence permit, you know, not too hard, not too made pretty easy or pedestrian. It's only about 80 feet. Kevin was very helpful in keeping us away from the water, so we don't have to deal with the federal alphabetical groups, and it's straight line. And before, if we get approved, before we actually put it up, we're going to have our surveyor pin it, and then we'll talk to Kevin again where we're putting it. And I think, like I said, it's very kind of boring. It's a pedestrian vanilla type fence.
Okay. As you are quite aware, we are in litigation with the Berettas over events there.
therefore I'm gonna recuse myself from this application.
Thank you. That being said, the reason I said that is we got to make sure we dot our i's and cross our t's on everything. There's a few things that our lawyer has pointed out to me that we need before we move on. The property is in a irrevocable trust, correct?
That's correct. Yes.
We need,
Go ahead.
we need evidence that you are the representative authorized to make the decisions for that trust.
We are the grantor, non-trustees. My wife and I, our adult children are the beneficiaries along with all our grandchildren, and the trustees are my oldest son and my oldest daughter, who happens to be my only daughter. And they're really the signees on it. But their mother and I have a lot of options if we're not excited or not happy with the way things are executed. But we can bring you the copy at some point in time. We can bring you the copy of the trust.
That would be good.
Like that, whatever you require.
Well, like I said, got to cross our T's and dot our I's.
Yep.
Bruce, if I could just jump in for just a second, Mr. DePew, we really just need a copy of the certificate of trust.
Yep.
I'll preserve your privacy and so forth. We don't need the full trust agreement.
No, I understand. Just the first page, and it
Right.
the signing off, the signees. You probably want all the signature on the trustees, and you'll want, of course, our TIN number.
Right. When whatever attorney set it up for you, they may have already done a certificate of trust. It's just kind of a summary of the main terms. So you might already have that. Just something showing I assume you were the grantors, but who's the trustees?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever you require. that's fine. That's something we can do. In fact, we talked to our attorney just about 3 days ago, 4 days ago, about this. So yes, whatever you require.
Second thing is, back in 2010, Michael Gorman, Stewart Title, produced an opinion letter stating that the property under the right of way did not transfer from the railroad, that it still belonged to the railroad or its successor in interest. You have a quit claim, but we need to see a proof, a fee title. Matt, if you can explain that to him, please.
Sure. So Michael Gorman of Stewart Title issued an opinion letter in 2010, which essentially stated that the railroad never passed title to the 20-foot right-of-way land. There was a gap in title, and it appears as though the homeowners along the line, I can't offhand say if all three did or even if you did, Mr. Depew, but at some point executed a quitclaim deed to try to claim title, but quitclaim deed doesn't give you good title to the property. So there would need to be something from the railroad or its successor in interest, either passing title or consenting to the application, would be my thought. But if you can produce any, proof to the contrary to show that you do have good title to that 20-foot piece, and that Michael Gorman was incorrect or anything along those lines, certainly feel free to present what you have.
Right. Well, we have title insurance and on the property when we bought it. So to go back to, if there's an issue there, that I have to go back to our title company.
Okay.
So it's always good to have insurance. The third item is one that's fairly easy for you to take care of. That's anytime there's the property up to the water, we need a seeker filled out. You can get that form either online or stop in the office and we can give that to you. It's a fairly easy one. Kathy is very familiar with it. And the last one is that if the railroad never gave up that right, the Corps of Engineer only holds a right of way, and they're not the fee title owners, which case they cannot give consent to build a fence when they only hold a right of way. So they can give.
Yeah, but consent of easement from the railroad or from the Army Corps of Engineer.
Right.
Right. So Bruce, they have an easement interest in it. So they are giving their consent that a fence be built, notwithstanding the fact that they have an easement there, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the fee title owner or the village, for example, has to approve a fence. It's just their Army speaking for their respective interest in the property, that they don't oppose it.
So it goes back to the third item, the fee title owner.
Right.
So,
and ultimately, also the village, notwithstanding the Army Corps of Engineers consent, the village still has discretion over whether to approve the project.
That's true. So at this point, until we can get that information from you, my suggestion is we table this for now, and when you get that stuff to the office, we'll reschedule. Okay?
They're gonna table
They're asking.
Well, are you looking for a motion?
Yes, sir.
I make a motion that we table this request until such time as all the documentations required by our village attorney has been submitted and reviewed.
I will second that.
Okay. Kathy's recused herself, so we're gonna start with Mr. McKee,
Aye.
Yes.
Mr. Kelly,
Yes.
and I'm a yes, so Mr. McHugh, as we stated, when you get that stuff in, then we can reschedule, okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Can we mail it?
Thank you.
And
If I don't see you, which I probably won't, have a happy holiday.
have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas to everybody. Be well. Thank you.
Bye. Mr. Gilbert, thank you for being patient. Know that I took, changed the order on you, but I appreciate your patience. If you'll unmute now,
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
and, notice that there were a few changes that were, made by the zoning board. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, so well, the change, you mean the changes in the addition or the
Yeah.
garage, I guess?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, rather than, we did it, so, do you guys have a copy of it? Basically, we made it, oh, okay, I don't know what you were looking at. Yeah, we just made it so we could enter the house from the garage, and we shrunk the garage considerably on the east side, so we didn't need a variance. And it allows us to also have a mudroom to enter the home rather than the rear garage, which didn't have as much curb appeal, I don't think, and we couldn't enter the home without going out into the elements. So after reconsidering with my wife and the builder, and we decided to go back to put the garage on the side of the home. So we did that, and it was approved last Monday, I believe.
Yes.
And the prints were submitted to be stamped actually today or tomorrow morning. And Kevin, I don't know if Kevin's on the phone, but Kevin just said I was on the schedule tonight. I wasn't exactly sure the purpose. Maybe we're just closing the loop, but that was it. So we put the garage on the side of the home and storage above the garage, still no living space. And then we did add 2 shed dormers in the larger ones, and that's going to be the master bedroom upstairs. So
You said that you were getting the plan stamped today or tomorrow?
yeah, the architect, Kevin, had some changes Friday afternoon. So we got those changed and Saturday, and then he sent him, the architect sending to be stamped. He said they were going to go out tomorrow, I think, tomorrow morning. He was going to drop them off at whoever stamps them for him. So we will have those. He said I'd have them over the weekend or Monday, but with the holiday, I can get them to Kevin or the town whenever, or the village, when they're needed.
Any questions for Mr. Gilbert?
I have none.
No, I think it's a better plan.
So do I.
Thank you.
I also like the change, Mr. Gilbert, as well. The one question I do have relates to the length of the driveway. Are you going to be able to, is the driveway of sufficient length that you'll be able to park a vehicle outside of the garage and without encroaching well, there's no sidewalks there, but
Yeah.
Without bumping up to the street?
Yeah, I'm comfortable it is, because when you visited there, well, maybe the motorhome wasn't parked there. That motorhome's 38 feet long, and I can still park behind that motorhome, at least a small vehicle. And if you look at that garage, where the motorhome's parked, that garage is sticking out 16 feet. So that garage on the right is only 16 feet deep. So So being that the 38, yeah, there's plenty of room to park a vehicle there. And I don't know what we'll do for a driveway yet, but I know the architect just drew in a path kind of.
Okay, yeah, that was
Probably-
my question, was,
Yeah, no,
was,
there's
whether
definitely-
there's sufficient space there to stage a vehicle outside of the garage.
Well, there definitely will be on the right garage for
Right.
sure. And
Right.
a small vehicle on the left one for sure, but I have no intention of getting rid of the U driveway, the current driveway. Yeah, and so if that makes a difference, we still would use that for parking. I
Okay.
know we really like that to turn around and everything. So we will keep that. That's not gonna go away.
Okay, thank
We'll
you.
continue to park there as well. At least for the time being.
Any other questions? Well, then, what we can do is go ahead and get a motion to approve contingent on the stamp plans being turned into the office. At that time, then Kevin would issue the building permit.
And that, yeah, it's okay with me. First of the year, I know I'll have them in Kevin's hands. Before that, probably, but yeah. And the builder won't start now anyways. We probably start sometime in January if weather permits.
Would you like a motion?
Yes, thank you.
I move that we accept the final site plan review for 7569 8th Street. Construct a 425 square foot 2-story garage for plans. 8 feet by 8 inches from the side property line with the contingency that the stamp plans will be brought into the village hall.
Second.
Kathy, second. All right, we're gonna start with you, Mr. Cadway. How do you
I vote yes, thank you.
Kathy?
Yes.
I vote yes.
Yes.
And I vote yes, so it's a unanimous vote. Mr. Gilbert, get those plans in and have at it.
Well, thank you. Thank you all. We're looking forward to it.
And,
Great,
Okay.
and again, have a happy holiday.
Yes, you too. Take care.
thank you.
Okay, Mr. Walker.
Good evening. Daryl Walker, 7432 State Route 14. I'm here to apply for an application to build a new single family residence on 7430 State Route 14. With the plans submitted, those are rough plans. We haven't ordered the final plans yet for approval. There's 2 modifications that we're doing to the plans that are submitted. We're adding 2 feet to the garage to make it a little bit deeper. And then the deck that's on the application, it's going to be covered with a roof on top. That's only modifications to the plans. And the setbacks are going to be a little different too, after talking to Kevin and Dave and Jeff.
You're gonna need to go to zoning.
Yep.
And when you get back from there, of course, you'll have all your final setbacks. Looking at your plans, it's a nice addition.
Yes.
It's a nice addition to the neighborhood. Just out of curiosity, renting out the old place or?
More than likely list it at this point. So depends on where we are, if we have a place to live while we're building. So
Boathouse Airbnb.
we'll keep that going. Yeah, and the marina, everything else, just moving front yards basically. So, or backyard, however you want to look at it. I guess.
Parking for the marinas behind the liquor store, right?
Correct. Yep. Yeah, always has been.
All right.
And just for the setbacks, what we're gonna do is because, the sewer, you know, on the sheet, we just noticed it after I submitted the plans. We're gonna move the house 3 feet closer to the road instead of 43 feet, it's gonna be 40 feet. And then, we're gonna shorten the deck by 2 feet. It's gonna be 18 feet instead of 20.
And you talked with Jeff, I've checked with Jeff. He's okay with that.
Yeah,
All right, before I open it up for public,
Who's Jeff that you're talking about?
sorry, Jeff Cook, head of the, sanitation.
Oh, okay, okay,
Sanitary sewer there,
okay.
pump station. I apologize. Okay, before we open it to the public, members, questions, comments?
No, I'm looking forward to seeing the plans.
yeah. Well, the plans were submitted, it just, I'm waiting
Yeah.
for the final,
Yeah.
architect plans.
Yeah.
So I don't want to spend the money until I get approval.
Bruce?
Is the exterior gonna look like that?
It's gonna be a darker siding and not as,
Similar to what you have?
yes, it's gonna match more of the boathouse color, which is even darker than that. And then,
Yeah.
it's not gonna have all the stone at the top, it's gonna be more stone heavy at the bottom.
Are you building or are you?
Subcontracting everything, so I'll do a little
So you'll be the general contractor?
general contractor, yes, sir.
Bruce?
We've got some.
Bruce? Lori Burbridge? I'm just trying to turn on my video, but I can't do it. I just wanted to ask one question. The village is interested in putting, parking, and I to discuss that with Darrell. Are you still okay with that, with building a new spot? If we,
I was never okay with village parking there. I don't see a need having a parking lot on a major road with no access. So,
it's been extended to a business district, as part of the business district from the downtown vision plan. And, there's 22 spots that would be eligible there to help take the, parking off of Centel. I'm just questioning it because, that's something that we're gonna be discussing, and I just wanted to hear what you.
well, I would like to hear how you prevent people from going onto my
Okay.
property
All
and
right, we're.
littering and
Okay,
loitering.
I just wanted to make that a observation. Thank you.
We're getting back to what we're discussing, and after the board is done discussing, I will open it up for public comment.
Oh, I thought you had. I'm sorry. My apologies.
So, all right. Mr. Kedley, you were about to say something?
Yeah, I wasn't able to catch whether, what changed with the plan revisions relative to the side setbacks, Darrell.
So the setbacks have to change because there is a sanitary sewer with a right of way going through, and you have to be a certain amount of footage off of that, which I was unaware, just in case they have to service it or do any type of maintenance.
Okay, so what are the setbacks changed to, or do you not know those numbers yet?
So I'll be 10 feet off the sanitary pipe once I shift everything back.
So the sanitary pipe runs parallel to the bay shore, so to speak?
It actually runs across the front and then goes at a diagonal from south to west on there. It's on the diagram. You can see where it says right away, sanitary sewer.
I don't think, well, did we get that?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah.
okay, I see.
So, and then before we staked it out, I didn't know that rule until after I submitted the application, so.
Okay, but has that changed the side setbacks in any way?
The side setbacks are the same, 3.8 feet and then 9 feet on the other side.
Okay, and is there any reason that you didn't consider equalizing the setbacks on either side?
I figured that there was more space on the west side, so that way it would leave more room between the two houses. Just make it so it doesn't look as close. But we could shift over the 5 feet if we wanted to, you know, so that way we don't have to do fire code also. But
Yeah, I get you. And then lastly, I guess my remaining question is more for the board. Is this something that we need to submit to the county for their review?
Kevin?
Once we have actual plans, it's under 239M. It's a state route. It's within 500 feet site plan. So I'd have to check the new exemptions sheet actually, because it's a single family house. Let me look at the new exemption sheet because they just sent us the new exemptions. So let me look at the new exemptions real quick. Hold on 1 second. And then I'll have an answer for you.
Thank you.
While he's checking on that, any other questions from the board?
The 3.87 concerns me a little bit with the property line, knowing now that what Lori had just said. I wasn't aware of any of that being
yeah, I wasn't aware of that ever.
business district now, so
Well-
that's all new to me.
Every time I hear it's different.
I talked to you completely about that in the liquor store one day, and just asked you whether you thought that was a great idea or not, and you said it would be good to have that additional parking.
Lori?
If
No.
that's changed, that's what I'm looking for.
Lori?
This is a different issue right now.
It's not part of our discussion, Lori.
Okay, okay.
Thank you. Okay. Well, we're waiting on Kevin. We have.
Yeah, so it is going to be under the general exemptions. Area variances, site plan reviews for residential uses not exceeding 4 units. So it's going to fall under an exempt, something the county doesn't want to see anymore.
Okay, thanks for doing that, Kevin.
Yeah, you're welcome. If you guys still want to require all the requirements that county asks for, we can still do it. But it's up to you if you want to do that.
I don't believe it's necessary.
Know what they are.
I agree.
Okay, but now my question is putting a house in the business district. I'm still trying to
Well, as far as I'm
get,
aware, that's still LCR.
it's still LCR, okay.
That's what
Okay.
Kevin was told me.
All right.
So I don't know, you get a different thing. They say it's waterfront commercial and then it's LCR if I go to put a residential home on there. So,
So, all
but there was a home on there and
Yeah,
we tore it down, so
Yeah.
it'd still be
Yeah.
LCR.
right. Any other questions from the board before I open it up for public?
Nothing more here.
No, I don't.
We have 2 people in attendance. Any questions?
Nope. Great.
All right.
Looks like a great plan.
Thank you.
Okay. On Zoom, if you wish to comment about the house, not discussing parking, we're talking about the house application. If you wish to unmute yourself and discuss that, please do so now. Okay, I'm not hearing any public comment. So. Okay.
Crazy.
You're
New video.
you're breaking up.
Anyone's watching me, it's a disaster.
Mhm.
That's just.
Okay. And we're going to close public comment. one last chance for the board to make comments or questions.
Mhm.
All right, may I have a motion to send this to zoning with a recommendation, one way or the other?
I move with that we refer this on to zoning for the construction of a two-story house for preliminary site plans with the changes that Daryl has made to the setbacks, 40 feet from the street, and reducing the deck size by 2 feet.
I'll second that.
How do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Cadley,
Yes.
Mr. McKee,
I vote yes.
Mr. Renner?
Yes,
All right, I vote yes. So Daryl, you're headed off to.
Zoning next week, next Monday, they having a, oh no, I'm sorry, the holiday, so when's the next?
Next Monday is the Christmas.
Yeah, so
And the
it's
next
not
one is
bad.
New Year's.
So it's the 8th is the next meeting. Yep,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, have a Merry Christmas, everybody, thank you.
you too, Daryl.
All right, we'll see you later.
Thing on our agenda was, quick review of, chapter 141. I sent everybody all of the copies, bills, things to what we submitted last February and what we suggested with Lori and, Jennifer Evans and sent us. I tried to combine all that. And threw in a few of my own, which were all probably coordinated, so. Comments, suggestions, you wanna think about it and get it back to me. Would like to.
No, being late to the game, I didn't see anything I would object to. I just have a question though, because my neighbor had a roll-off dumpster all summer because he was remodeling his house. And because it was lumber and stuff going into it, it never had a cover. Are we saying in this that dumpsters like that are going to have to be covered every night?
The way it's written right now, that can be changed.
I mean, I'm just,
Well,
the practicality of the amount of building I see going on, and those dumpsters being used for building waste.
I mean, you could just put a tarp over it.
Well, but the contractor's gonna have to know all,
Right.
somebody's gonna have, that's
I
gonna
worry
be.
about the safety of it, to not have it covered, if kids are gonna climb on it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I saw that same provision, Bill, and I had the same thought. There's a construction going on 2 doors down from me, and they have a dumpster. They've had it for a couple of months now, and it does not get covered at the end of each day. And I think to the extent that there is material going in there that's not prone to creating dust if it gets windy or that sort of thing. I don't know that that's necessary to have it covered each day. My thought might be to suggest that as part of the application process, it's considered with the applicant and the CEO to address whether it's one of those instances where it would need to be covered or would not need to be covered, perhaps.
We can change that wording, yeah.
Just make it so it says something, if I can suggest, make it so it says something like it's a public nuisance or creates a public nuisance, because if you leave it too loose, the applicant's gonna argue every single time. So if you put in something like it's a public nuisance, it'll be up to me to decide if it is. So if there's a lot of small pieces blowing around, foam, insulation, then I can make it out to be a public nuisance and I can say it has to be covered.
Okay,
Or like you said, it's danger, like Janine said.
Yeah, I don't know, Janine. I think the homeowner probably
I
has
was
the
just, I
liability.
was just
here.
thinking
Yeah, but I
outside the
mean-
box.
No, but I mean, that's the question. And maybe the homeowner would want to require their contractor to do that. Or it's a liability.
they would need to discuss with Kevin where we're placing it to start with.
Yeah,
And hopefully that can be mitigated as far as causing a traffic nuisance.
If we're finished with that discussion, I'd like to raise the issue about the definition of accessory structure, including non-permanent boat launching structures, including hoists and removable docks. I have an issue with incorporating those items into accessory structures. And all comes with accessory structures. In particular, if we incorporate those items as accessory structures, as is being suggested in the current proposal, wouldn't we be including the covered hoists and covered docks that have been the subject of some controversy in this fell swoop of adding this language to accessory structure?
Well, looking at it, and marine equipment covers most of that, hoist, cradles, removable docks, swim platforms, other similar. That's covered there. So I don't see why we couldn't strike that.
So you're suggesting it would otherwise be covered as part of marine equipment and would not need to be covered as incorporated into accessory structures, Bruce?
That's what I'm thinking.
I'd go along with that.
That's my thoughts. Probably the rest of the board feels off that.
where's the marine? Where's that?
It's
Further
at the
down.
bottom of the same page.
I agree with that.
It's under 141-4 definitions. At the bottom.
Storage.
It's under lawn.
Oh, marine equipment. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
All right. Any thoughts one way or the other?
No, I agree.
Okay. Other comments?
I've got a couple of very minor items, Bruce. In 141.5,
Yep.
which includes garbage, discarded appliances, rubbish, debris, etc. Somewhere there, I didn't make it in my note. I think we should add somewhere. I think the word lawnmower is used. Shucks, I can't find it now.
It was under the started.
Right.
Say again, Kevin.
I believe it was under discarded. I was looking at it earlier today where it's saying discarded materials, rubbish.
It's, 141.5A, last part of the, black section there. It talks about lawnmowers.
Yeah.
41.5A.
In the black.
Oh, yes, in the black. It doesn't say unworking lawnmowers, okay? And to the extent that people have a lawnmower outside, I don't know that we should exclude people having those. In fact, we want them to maintain their lawns. So it seems to me that we should change that to unusable. And I don't know that I would necessarily make it just lawnmowers. I'd make it unusable yard equipment. So if it's an unusable lawnmower or an unworking lawnmower or an unworking wheelbarrow or whatever else, that's what we really want to exclude, right?
Lawn equipment.
Yeah.
Non-operable.
Unusable or inoperable yard equipment. Yeah. If no one has anything further on that item, I'm going to skip down to 141.11.
Oh, before we go there,
yes,
on 141, I think it's 5B.
Yeah.
What about those blue bins that still are using?
Those are, as defined here, those are garbage totes and not dumpsters.
Yeah, but we're talking about recycles, contain sufficient capacity, have handles, tight fitting cover, shall be watertight. Okay.
We're in the
B.
agenda.
Yeah, it's B. Towards the bottom. Oh, suggest change.
Change it to what, Bill?
Well, I'm just wondering, many people, including my neighbors, continue to use the recycle bins.
Yeah.
And not the totes.
Yeah, because that's
Right.
what our garbage company
Yeah,
uses.
that's what
Yeah.
they, so,
Well, the last sentence there says recyclable shall be prepared for production in accordance with guidelines provided by the refuge collectors.
yeah,
They
if
put that
that, if
back
that
in.
covers that, that's all right.
Yeah. I'm open to changing the word. I'll use it.
So in accordance with guidelines and using receptacles provided by refuse collectors. Does that work? Recyclables shall be prepared for collection in accordance with guidelines and using receptacles provided by refuse collectors.
Yeah.
Problem is, what they provided. If we can work on that.
Well, I think,
Well, if provided.
yeah,
I
I don't know, I got the blue box and somebody, I didn't buy them.
I brought mine with me.
I think mine say K and D, so they were provided by the refuse collection company at one point in time.
Well, good, then, again, I need to call them up, tell them I need some new ones to burn.
Oh, great.
Okay, it's an easy fix. Okay. You had something in
There's-
there?
Nothing more on that. Can we skip down to 141.8A?
Yeah.
Yeah. The yellow.
Yeah. I put the yellow there because I didn't like it. I don't know what where possible means, okay? Residents expecting to repair, rebuild, or reassemble any motorized machine shall do so in an enclosed area where possible. Well, it's not possible.
I mean, what if somebody just wants to change their tire? Does that mean they need to have a garage?
Yeah.
Well, we're already providing for a period of 2 weeks, Janine.
I have 2 weeks to change my tire?
Yeah,
And
you've got 2 weeks to change your tire. Absolutely. But if you're going to repair, rebuild, or reassemble your motorized machine, you should do it in an enclosed area. So you can't overhaul the engine and leave the parts scattered around the yard for more than 2 weeks. Okay.
Probably aye.
I would propose that we just strike those 2 words. Shall do so in an enclosed area.
And what if somebody doesn't have an enclosed area on their property and they want to do it in their backyard?
Yeah.
Well, I would suggest that they should get a temporary structure, but
How about if we
Not everybody has a big barn like you, Bill.
have something like out of public view, if possible.
I
So
like that.
some of these such things,
Yeah, I like that better also, if
Oh,
possible,
yeah.
yeah.
you go down a number of streets.
Yeah, there's like, you know, somebody wants to change their oil. I don't want to be restrictive.
no, it doesn't say change the oil. It says expecting to repair, rebuild, or reassemble any motorized vehicle.
I've seen guys change their brakes
Yeah,
in their driveway and might be there a day or two while they're getting parked.
right.
Okay.
Let's sleep on that one.
So if possible, maybe is the best solution there. I don't know. I just wanted to make certain we talked about it. Okay.
Well, I better start there, we'll come back to that one.
In 141.11, under B1, location restrictions, there's just a typo there that I didn't pick up. There's 2 ors in the first line.
Oh, yep, there are.
So one of those should be jettisoned. In paragraph C under there,
We're,
oh, I'm sorry, but that's where we talked about the covered dumpster.
all right. And what's your next one? C?
No, we've already talked about that. That's the issue dealing with the covered dumpster. In 141.14, under item B, the red language there, it looks like I outdid myself on my change. Where I start there, the village should be reimbursed for the cost of work performed or services rendered by the code
Officer.
rendered by work performed or services by the code enforcement officer or his or her representative as herein, and then I say above after. it should be herein provided.
We'll strike above.
Okay, so strike the above after. Is my suggestion.
Okay.
That's all I've got.
Good. Kathy, you have any?
No, nothing.
found?
Mm-mm.
Anything you think should be added in?
I'm so done with this. No, nothing.
All right.
I don't have anything else.
I don't have anything else.
I'll go ahead and make those changes and get it out to everybody. And we'll, at our next meeting, take one more look at it. If we feel it's ready to go, then
Okay.
we'll send it, okay? Speaking of the next meeting, and they pointed out, our next meeting is scheduled for the first Monday, which is New Year's Day. Our second meeting is scheduled for Martin Luther King Day. We ran into this last year.
And the 8th is planning board. Zoning, excuse me, zoning board.
So we will not meet the first week. If there is a considerable number of talking more than 2 applications, I would schedule a meeting for the Tuesday, the 23rd. That's the after Martin Luther King Day.
No, that'd be the 16th.
You're right, I'm sorry.
I will not be available.
Okay, again, that's only if there's.
Right.
Mhm.
a need.
And I won't be here for the next 2 months.
Not take that off.
I have scheduled ambulance meeting.
That's okay.
Mhm.
Should be good too.
Can we do it the 9th?
Well, again, I would only do it if we have.
Yeah, if we,
Yeah,
rather
I'm
than the
free.
16th.
Yeah, I'm free on the 9th.
Yeah.
I can't do it on the 9th. I've got a SBJSA board meeting that day.
Well, again, if
So we have.
there's a need, then I'll touch base with everybody and we'll pick one day. So I can get it.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. I need a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved. Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody on the line. Thank you for attending. Steve, thank you for hanging out with us. Sure.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.